Wow. Okay, well, we'll try and do what we can here. All right. Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. It is 7/3/2021. Right now we're going to do some world event and then also some pit, maybe some league, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. Right now we're running into some technical difficulties with the streaming stuff, so try to make this as clean as possible. But yeah, let's go. All right, so the first thing we want to do is go to the world event. Right now, we are at the quest open legendary chest in event shop 4 times. We were able to get some bonus sparks off of opening a legendary chest. And along with that and some sparks from league chest, we were able to get the necessary sparks. So now we'll just open it up. And now we are all set. And we also got some bonus sparks, so that's good for us. All right, we'll open this up later because there's another quest coming up soon. So we'll hold off there. All right, the first branch we have in Chapter 3, it is on the bottom here. Get 600 souls of legendary heroes in summons or in chests, except event shop chests. So that means pretty much any other chest outside of the shop here. And then on the top, we have the other players using the Spider Queen skin 2 times. And then also boosting the event legendaries 9 times. So in order to get the max, once again, we need to do the first quest on the top and then the bottom quest here. So let's go to this one, defeat other players using the skin. So we'll close this up. We will change our skin to Spider. Going here. If you don't have the Spider skin, you will have to purchase it. But we have it right now, so that's good. We're switching it to Spider. And the quickest way for us to defeat the players is to go to our friends section here, and then the disciples, and choose a disciple to fight. We're doing this so that we can save some time on the battles instead of having to go through league. We'll just do a battle here. And as you see, it does count for the number of battles needed, so we'll do that one more time. And a low-level disciple, so that way we know for sure it's going to be guaranteed. Okay, so there we go. Got the battle going. Let us claim our reward. And now we will opt to do this one here. So in order for us to get the most amount of sparks, first one and second one, we'll get the 600 souls of legendary heroes. So let us see what we're going to do. We're going to claim this legendary chest here, and that should count for a majority of the souls needed. Got 500 of 600. Got some sparks, 100 sparks for legendary, so that's good. And then we need to get 100 more. Let's open up this epic chest, see if this might count. Every once in a while, they'll upgrade us to a higher rarity, but for now, it did not. So we will switch this off. And the reason why I'm switching this off now is because I know that I'm going to have to do some pit battles. So we'll do some pit battles over here. And as you can see, there are legendary chests as rewards. We'll look to beat this boss so that we can get the legendary chest, and that will count for the quest that we're on right now. So let's go into the pit. All right. So looking at their skills, see at the start of the turn, it gives a random ally, so ally naming their units. Whenever it attacks, it will make our unit bleed. On the third turn, their warlord will deal damage to our units with bleeding, and on the 5th turn, all of our units will bleed. So a lot of bleeding. If we can draw a unit with cleanse, meaning removing all the negative effects, there are only 2 in the game right now that do that. 2 main ones, and then they have some other weaker ones as well. So that'll remove some of the effects. We can also draw immune units too, and then we also realize that we'll be taking some extra damage when we attack. So let's go. We're taking a look at their building, seeing that it's negative attack, plus health, damage, and plus attack. Right, let us we'll start with our flying unit over here. In terms of the stats, we'll be able to destroy this building here and then deal a little bit of damage over here. It also protects our building here that will deal a little bit of damage to their units. I mean, it's small, but it'll add up in certain spots. Right, so we got this unit here that whenever it kills something, it will get health back. It will also deal extra damage over here based on the adjacent areas. So we'll end up doing over here. I kind of don't want to do the summon right now because of the potential of healing this unit back, but at the same time we have this building over here that will help us set up some board wipes. So one spot over here, lands here, here, good damage. Yeah, we'll have to get rid of it anyway, so we'll do our summon. Alright, it is away from here, but it will take the adjacent damage. We'll place our building over here, so it'll give us some options for attacking, and then also to block a ranged unit over here. Help range unit to attack. Right, so we do have bleeding now. Okay, as you can see, the extra damage from the multiple attacks. Heals. Still need to get rid of this unit, so let's see what we'll do here. This unit has 3 attacks and then also has bleeding. No bleeding over here. We want to draw a flight unit in order to get rid of this. And we still need to get rid of this unit as well. So we'll opt for flight unit. None here. Do a shuffle. Also none here. But we can actually get rid of this unit now. So what we'll do is we'll use our destruction skill to get rid of these wounded units. And then we'll summon this rare, which swaps the attack and the health of the random enemy. So in this case, it'll be a 20193. The health will be at 93, combat damage plus the building damage at the end of the turn will then get rid of this unit here. So now we're in okay shape. We don't really have a lot of attacking units in terms of attack, and our health is okay. It's kind of small, so we'll have to factor those in the mind. We have this evasion unit over here and plus attack. Best we can do right now is see here. Also know that this unit comes into play and gives toxin to the unit, so they will be weaker in attack. We'll summon our immune unit here with the mental shield, and we'll place it over here so that if it actually does stay alive, we can place another melee unit in front of it to give us a plus health to our units. Alright, next turn, all of our units will be bleeding, so these will pretty much be vulnerable to damage. So we have that, have this. Just taking a look over here. Okay, so damage to enemies and bleeding still. And our units will take damage. All right. We have this unit over here that deals damage equal to 50% of its attack to 3 ranged enemies. It's doing some math over here. So 24 per ranged enemy, so that'll put it at 116. 116 over 2, that's 58. So we'll be able to destroy this. And we're going to place it, well, we still have our building unit over here. The only issue is the extra damage won't be enough to destroy this because this unit still has evasion. Alright, could do the 1 damage over there, could freeze that. And we'll still get bleeding. The bigger threat right now is probably this unit, and we're actually off by a little bit of damage. Let's see if we can actually give this a attack boost through our in-game boost. So we'll do that, and then we actually do. We'll spend the extra dust in order to give it a stat boost. So we'll now be able to run this over. Now we can just summon this unit to deal the damage. And normally we'd be saving dust for things like either Soulbind or some other quest. We actually do have that quest next to boost the legendary heroes 9 times, but for now we just want to make sure that we're on pace so that we actually beat the pit boss here. So next turn, let's see. We do have bleeding, so this unit will be destroyed, this unit will be destroyed, and this one will be destroyed. Alright, we will summon our unit over here. It has a death trigger as well, so when it dies, it will deal damage to one of their units. English engineers, okay, it's 41. Okay, they are going to gain some health back once we have all our units attack. So we will summon actually this over here so that we can freeze their units. As you'll see, it'll die, get some health, and some more health. So we need to freeze this up for now. Next turn, we're going to do our summons to get some extra damage over here. And once again, we still need to factor in the bleeding damage. So do our summons. Okay, we'll have enough damage over here, and we'll have enough damage over here. Also, this particular unit, it gives bleeding to units except Chaos when it dies. So we would like to summon a Chaos unit in this turn in order to avoid that. Okay, so nothing too much here. We'll summon our Chaos unit, and we'll summon it over here because we do need some coverage for this lane once the summons die next turn. Alright, so now we got rid of that unit that gained the plus health whenever a bleeding unit is destroyed. All right, 41. And once again, we are now facing this unit with the toxin and the evasion. Right. Skill timer, so deal damage with bleeding. Okay. Once again, we will have to summon our unit now, so because it has its death trigger. And let's see what else this building actually does. Okay, see, it does damage at the beginning of the turn, so that's why we're picking them off a little bit. I'll summon over here to give ourselves some options. Seeing what else we can potentially need to boost for. So damage. All right. Well, we will summon our melee unit over here just to get rid of this. Gain some health back off of our greedy pet. And then this unit also has evasion too, so it gives a little bit of protection. But it won't be enough. Alright. Let's see. 41 here. Damage over there. Okay, we'll summon our flight unit to block this melee unit with the multiple attack. It's the same one at the beginning of the game, so we'll summon here. And like I said, we'll summon in the middle here so that we have some options. Next turn, we're going to be summoning this unit, assuming they don't have any other threats on the board. Okay, interesting spot. So bleeding here, and once again, the plus health whenever it attacks. Right, so here, let's do some math. So when this unit comes into play, it will actually deal damage equal to the health of one of their units. So in this case, it will deal 35 and 47. So that'll actually be enough to at least destroy this. There is a chance that if it does the 50% here, it'll be 64. So it'll actually be enough to destroy this. But at the very least, we're guaranteed to destroy one unit. In this case, we're going to destroy that one, which is okay. We're still going to destroy this unit because of the multiple attacks. Alright, so let's see. Let me just see. I got to check the bleeding every time, because that factors into the next turns for setup. So bleeding will destroy this. We'll have this unit we'll need to destroy. Let's see. So we got that over there. Alright, well, in terms of stats, it's going to be this unit here. So we'll do that. Although we can get some extra health back. I kind of like getting the extra health, so we'll do that. Alright, so we'll summon this over here to give ourselves some options. Attack, combat, and plus health. And then we have this unit destroyed over here. So right now it's okay. We're just doing a little bit of back and forth trading with their units. Let's see here, we have damage. So when this unit dies, it will set 2 of our healths to 1. So we can actually hold off on summoning this unit until we get rid of this one. And 75, so we need to deal 50, what, 54? All right, 54, and that should be good there. Okay, next turn, the skills will show up, so our units will take damage if they have bleeding. Right, we'll have to switch this back. Got rid of this unit because it does the transform. 37. Right, well, summon again. Melee unit over here. Oh. It looks like their skill timers are different for this particular pit boss. Usually they go off on the turn where it has the 2, but now it's actually on the turn of 1. So let's see here. We'll have to deal with bleeding. Still none. Also still none. Okay, but then our units will bleed. So I have that over there. Could deal some extra damage over here. We don't really need to summon this unit, even though it does have the attack boost when it comes into play, and then we'll get some attacks over there. We still need to get rid of their other units, so we will continue on. And we'll also block for some damage over here. So we go. Alright, we'll summon our melee unit over here, giving us some options once again. Alright, so now this unit has giving them bleed, and then all of our units have bleed over here. This will die next turn, and this may die next turn. Alright, so now it is unfortunate that we can't summon this unit because we could have gotten the damage over the multiple turns. So, given how we actually played this, we need to shuffle and summon a melee unit to destroy this. Probably should have summoned this prior turn, so we got that, This unit, oh crap. Oh no! I misclicked. That's not good. That is going to cost us. That is definitely going to cost us. All right, well, we'll do our shuffles to deal as much damage as we can. We're not supposed to summon a melee unit over here. Or at least if it was a melee unit, it would be one that destroys this. So we'll just do for damage over here. And then they will destroy us over here with lethal, so we will close out here. Oh, that was annoying. All right, let's see. We did the boost one time, so that was cool. All right, we will actually switch it to the Spider Queen. The reason why is because we don't want to leave those floating units out on the field. So we'll do that. Go back to our squad, and then switch over to the Spider Queen. All right, going back, and we will go to the pit boss once more. Okay, so we have some okay units right now. We have this unit that deals extra damage based upon wounded units. So we're going to hold off on that until we see some more wounded units in play. We're going to summon our ranged unit over here behind the building to get a little bit of protection. And over the next couple turns, we'll be marking their units with poison, setting up for wounded, and then using our destruction skill. Got that over there, got that over there. Interesting. So got that, that. Oh, this might be good. Yeah, so we'll use our unit here. Like I said, it deals damage to another unit based upon the attack of the random enemy. So in this case, it will, well, when it attacks, it will get an attack boost because there's at least one wounded unit. And then because of how these units are set up, it'll actually destroy this, and then destroy this, assuming I did my math right. So 73, that's times 2, that's 146. And yeah, that would be good. All right, and we'll summon this over here on the block room and some protection. So there we go. We were able to get rid of these, not have to use our destruction, our poison yet, and then our destruction. next turn, we're going to be summoning our building over here to give us protection with our ranged unit. And then also, let's see, so we have our building. So, okay, so our building damage and then combat damage will actually destroy this. We'll be placing this over here to protect our ranged unit. The toxin did affect these two units, so that is why you see here their lower attacks. Right, just checking out the bleeding that's on them. So 59, 9. Yeah, this is fine. In terms of stats, we'll summon our melee unit over here. And we're actually placing it over here so we can get some more ranged units down for attack. The health right here is large enough where we do want to put in multiple attackers. Versus something, if it had lower health, then we'll probably put it over here. So, let's see, combat, we'll destroy that. There will be extra bleeding to units accept chaos. So we'll summon our chaos unit and we'll place it over here. Okay, and now, once again, our units have bleeding. So bleeding over here, then bleeding over here. Okay, the cool thing about this particular unit, it deals damage at the beginning of the turn to units, so that actually allows us to have this unit marked for damage. We're going to skip using our poison because we do need to get rid of this unit. So we'll do our destruction, and we will follow it up with this. We'll follow it with this ranged unit over here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll follow it with this ranged unit over here for protection. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. We'll summon our range units over here, try to get some damage. So let's see. Oh, you know what? Oh, man. You know, because I'm using Spider Queen right now, not Geisha, these summons are actually not as much of an attack as we want them to be. But that is okay. We can still get some multiple damage over here. So about 200, 250. We'll be summoning this flight unit over here to block for some damage so that this melee unit can't attack. And then we'll let our building take care of this unit over multiple turns. Okay, so we got some more over there. We have this nice unit here that deals damage to a random chaos unit. The building is going to take care of this, so we don't have to worry about that so much. We will... this is actually a good time for us to summon our building. This building will deal damage at the end of the turn to the Warlord. We'll be placing this to block for some damage over here. 23, 49. Oh, so it'll actually be destroyed next turn. This building will actually be destroyed next turn. Even with our health boost, we still have to assume that they'll summon another unit for attacking. So, yeah, that's fine. We can at least get rid of it out of our inventory. So you see it gets a little bit of health boost because of our greedy pet here with the plus health. Okay, now the unit is destroyed because of the vampirism. So we've got building damage over here. We will... Alright, well, we'll continue to do our freezes. Let's see here. These units do have good health. Yeah, you know, we'll do a shuffle. See if we can find better attackers instead. So in this case, we'll have our building damage destroy this. We'll summon our double attacker over here. Reason why is because when it comes into play, it gets blocked for every unit that's around them. So we'll get a little bit of a stat boost over here. And now we do have lethal. It's just a matter of, do we want to use other trashier units? Mother Owl. Yeah, we have 2 more shuffles. We can see if we can get rid of some other stuff. So we got 1 over there. And we'll shuffle one more time. Let's see. We got 49, 76, 90. Yeah, no reason to do any fancy play. We'll just get rid of this unit over here. All right. So we did summon, we got the lethal. We had a little bit of stall happening with our flight units, and we had our building to deal damage to their units over multiple turns, and so that is how we were able to pick up the victory here. So as you see, we got the legendary chest rewards. They did count towards that quest, so because of that, we now have additional sparks. A difference of 1,200, which is, I mean, it adds up. It's a quarter of the legendary chest in the shop, so let's keep going. All right, the next battle here is to defeat another pit boss. We're going to close this out. We're going to switch our warlord back to Geisha so that we have those summons that can deal more damage. As you can see, this one does 74, and then this one here does 136. So easy math there. All right, going here, and then go to the bosses. Go to chapter 3, and all right. So whenever, their skill is whenever a unit dies, it will deal damage to a random enemy being one of our units. So we'll keep that in mind as we'll be taking a lot of damage to our units, summoning some units with high health, and then also, if we are going to be destroying their units, making sure that we have some sort of protection for them. Death man before. All right, taking a look. So whenever we summon a unit that is not chaos or not a building, it will be frozen for a turn. Vampirism over here. We will actually summon our building that will get around this whole freeze dynamic. And we'll summon this building over here. We don't really need to block so much for damage here, but I guess it's not too bad. So we'll do that. And you see they have the building damage at the end of the turn to destroy all of their units, but then when that occurred, the damage happened to our building over here, and then the damage over here. We will continue on with our thing here. We'll do our summon just to get an extra attacker on the board, and then we'll place our ranged unit behind the building so it's protected. We have our poison damage at the end, which will then deal damage to their warlord. That's the damage once again. We'll summon this unit with the ranged damage, and then also at the end of the turn, it deals damage based upon the health of one of our units. There is a chance that it may choose this particular unit, because it is random, and then it'll deal lethal damage over there. We have 92, yeah. And so if we are able to get that, then we'll get the win right now. But we don't. It's all right. We have one more turn to get rid of this. We have all of our attackers over here, and even if they block the line, we should have lethal. So we'll just summon our immune unit over here, and we are good. Okay. So pretty straightforward battle. We didn't mind taking the damage to our units because our units did have relatively high health, and then it also just made us easier for us to attack because all of their lanes were open. So we'll claim the rewards. Okay. Next we have the next branch. We have on the bottom here is spend 40,000 sparks. And then on the top here, summon demigods or gods 20 times. And then soulbind the event legendaries 9 times. All right. So this particular quest here, spending the 40,000, it's kind of random in the sense that either you can open up the chest and then see if you get bonus sparks, or you could end up just buying the sparks. Some people do, some people don't. The easiest way to just get through this particular set of quests is just do the demigods over here. You do need some gems in order to do the 20x. And then also over here, you have the soulbind, which if you don't have any of the event legendaries, it's going to be very difficult to do so, but we will do that. So we'll spend some sparks over here, see if we can actually get through this. Go to our shop, do a purchase. Bonus sparks are good. We're going to hold off on opening the bonus chest because we are kind of close to where we need to be. As you see, we did fill up the bar, but you can also hold on to opening the bonus chest. The progress towards the next level for the bonus chest will still add up, so that is fine. We'll do that. More bonus sparks. This is nice. All right, let's keep going. Oh, so close. If we got the extra bonus sparks, we could have just finished it right there. So we got 420, so that's kind of nice. Got some extra legendaries. Some more bonus sparks. A little less than the actual cost, but that is fine. It'll contribute towards this particular quest. 25. Got some gems. There is a chance of you getting gems in these chests. As you can see here, you click on the chest, it will tell you the percentages that will occur for the rewards. So we got the worst out of them, quote unquote. Gems are fine. We can use them for the Demigods chest. All right, and we'll keep going. Currently at 30k. Got some more sparks. So this is what I was talking about for the randomness here. And we'll spend about 35 and some more sparks. Wow. It's pretty good right now. All right, so we do need to get another 200-ish to get the last one. You see, we started with about 14k for that, and we're at spent 35, so we got an extra 20k in bonus sparks, so that's pretty nice. All right, let's see what I want to do. Yeah, it's okay for us to spend for the Demigods chest, so we'll do that. We'll do that so that we can get the extra 1600 sparks. All right, we're going to close this out, and then we're going to go to the shop. Every once in a while in the events over here, you will have a fable that gives a discount on Demigods. Right now, there is none, so that is sad, but it is okay. We'll go to the shop, we'll do our spending. In order to buy the 20x Demigods, we need roughly about 2,500 gems. We'll do the math here at the very end. So we start with 80. We'll click on the Demigods over here, and then we'll buy the 10x for the better chances. As you see here, there's a discount if you end up buying the 10x versus the one time, with each 149, and do the math. All right, so we'll do our 10x first. It does count towards the completion of that quest. We'll do the open all. Interesting. We're getting mostly rares. We got some double souls because they are the event rares, and we got only one legendary. I guess they did change the stats for normally you in League 1 you'll be able to get 2 guaranteed legendaries, but in this case because of the increase in souls they probably changed that, so it sort of balances itself out. All right, so we'll do the summon again, and if you do consecutive 10x summons you'll actually get another discount, so that is why we make sure we have enough gems for that. If you click anywhere else, it'll actually close out the discount, and then you'll have to do that all over again. Okay. We also, as you saw there, we had the 2x for the the event epics, so that's good too. Got our legendary over there. And we could go for a third Demigods, but as of right now, we're okay with the progress we have. And as you can see, we're only getting one legendary out of that entire thing, so that is why we're going to hold off. We started with 80, we're at 56, let's say 5630. So that means that we spent 2450? So roughly around 2,500 here. All right, we'll close this up. We'll claim our rewards to get this one done. And then as you can see here, we do have the Soulbind, the event epics, or event legendaries 9 times. We're going to look to spend this one. Actually, we have enough sparks now because once we completed this, we got the extra sparks. So now we'll just go back to the shop and then complete that. And some more bonus sparks. All right, it's going pretty well. All right, we'll have to close this out. We'll make sure that we do claim this one here. If we click this here, we'll lose out the extra 1,600 sparks, which we don't want to do. So we'll claim this. And now we're on the next quest. The next quest here is to defeat another journey boss. So we'll go there. Taking a look at their skills. Right, whenever, oh yeah, these are pretty much the upgraded, it looks like they didn't really change the skills from the chapter to chapter, just more of the same. So just more damage and then more health. All right, let's go. Okay, we'll start with our extra summon to get some damage. Let's see how it goes. Dax gets 15 and then heals the enemy war. So will we get healed? They get healed. Oh well. Alright, we will summon that. We'll do some extra damage over here, and then we'll summon this over here. Get some damage, and then the extra damage going on over there. So the enemy warlord, I guess it'll actually be for them. So they'll get a little bit of heal, and then these units will take a little bit of damage. Yeah. Alright. Okay, they summon this unit here that whenever it gets attacked, it will get an extra copy of itself. A little bit of an attack boost to range units, and then also damage to us whenever it attacks. So we'll have this for combat. We'll summon we'll summon this unit. It silences the male unit, so it will actually stop the copies once we attack it, and also help us set up for a board wipe for next turn because of its skill here to deal damage at the beginning of the turn for each unit that we have. We placed it on the health rune so that it will get a little bit of a health boost, and then it'll also have to factor in for these units' skill here. So we are good for damage, and we do have lethal here, so we'll just summon our double attack. And there we go. Okay, gonna claim our rewards. Next one here is to level up the any one of the event legendaries to level 14. We do have the units from before, and looks like something is already level 14. The game recognizes that we do have something, so that's good. We'll just claim this, and we will move on. Okay, so the next quest here is to defeat another journey boss. We will go there and check it out. All right, whenever one of their units attacks, it will deal extra damage around that unit. That's fine. Let's go. Water over there. All right, don't have to kill it. Interesting. All right, we'll start with our summon, and then we will continue on with our ranged unit. It won't be enough because of the vampirism over here, so that building will still stay alive. Summon this unit over here. A little bit of protection, and then a little bit of extra damage at the end. Next turn, we'll be summoning our ranged unit to set up for the board wipe. Okay, some damage over there. Damage over there. Yeah, we'll set this up for the board wipe over here. This unit, when it came into play, it summons these 2 crystals. They give metal shield at the end. So that is why this unit is still protected. But it was wounded because of, I assumed one of our units had spikes, which is kind of nice. We do have lethal now. Even if this unit is destroyed, it will deal damage to units in the line. Well, actually won't destroy this. Kind of odd. Usually it has enough damage to destroy, but that's fine. And we do have lethal right here. 136, yeah. All right, so we'll just skip. Don't have to worry about summoning extra units. And there you go. Pretty easy boss. We had our board wipes, we had the extra damage, and so that is good for us. All right, so we'll claim our rewards. Okay, now we are on the final branch of Chapter 3. We have down here, level up the Grandma Reaper, which is the specific event legendary, to level 16. On the top here, we have Summon the Gods 3 times, and then we have Reborn the event legendaries 9 times. All right. In terms of difficulty, this is the most difficult one because you need to have a specific unit that is level 16, or if not, you have to spend on the God's chest 3 times. Each one of the God's chests is 5,000 gems, so in this case you'll need 15,000 in order to finish this one. And then reborning the event legendaries 9 times, so that means you'd have to get them to what, level 6, 11, and 16. Yeah, each one of them at the very least would have had to reach to level 16 and then reborn 3 times. So this part is pretty much undoable. So we will try to do this one here. Currently our Grandma Reaper is at level 11. We will spend our bonus sparks. Actually, we'll just buy our regular stuff here. See if we can get some extra copies. No good. Keep going. All right. Keep going. Bonus sparks. I wonder what level our bonus chest is at right now. Very, very interesting to see. Like I said, we are still holding off on using our bonus chest right now, so we'll just keep spending here. Okay, not what we're looking for. And also not what we're looking for. Okay, that is fine. We do have 3 more days to get as many sparks as we need. Let us close out here. Let's actually see if we can evolve into them. I know that we got some copies in chapter 2, so we did do evolve. We'll go to filter for our rares, then filter the chaos, and then we'll also filter for ranged, because that is what a grandma type is. So we'll do that, do evolve. Taking a look, so the ratio is off a little bit here because we didn't do the evolve bonus. We'll get another extra 100 copies. Yeah, that's fine. We'll activate now and actually see where it's at. So guild bonus over here. Some evolve for 1 day, because we only need it for 1 day as opposed to the 7 days over there. And we'll filter out once again, seeing to get the copies. So rare. Over there. So 385. So even if we level it up, it'll be at level 12. So we'll hold off until then. See what's going on with the event. So we're kind of in a pickle right now. We do want to save our bonus chests for this particular quest over here, because you need to open up the bonus chest in the event shop 3 times. The only way to do that is actually having those extra opens over here, and then we'll have a journey boss over here. So I guess for the time being, we'll just hold off. We have 3 days to do this, so we'll get as many sparks as we can, and then we'll just spend on the final day in order to get this done. So we'll just hold off on the event. All right, we have our pit boss over here. We have about 2 days to do both of these. We'll have this. Yeah, we'll at least do a preview of what it is like. So, whenever an ally is destroyed, ally meaning unit on their side, it will give extra attack to another unit on their side, and then up to 2 per turn. So a lot of double attack over there. On the 4th turn, their units will get evasion, except flying heroes. I assume that they won't use flying units, otherwise why would they mention this here? And then on the 6th turn, it will deal damage to our units for every ranged unit on our side. So looks like we'll have to summon a lot more melee units rather than ranged units in order to get this battle done. Just I'm calculating how many attempts we'll end up getting because we have this timer over here. So 9 hours, so that'll put it at 110, and then every attempt is 12, so 1, 2, well, 5 attempts. 5 free attempts, rather. Yeah, we'll spend some gems to at least show you what the boss is like. Alright, so we'll switch back to Pirate. The reason why is because we, in our notes, noted that last time when we faced this boss that Pirate was the way to go. So we'll do that. And we don't have any attempts right now, but we will spend the 40 gems to get a sigil. A sigil meaning a pit attempt here. All right, so let's go. All right, we will start with summoning our pentagrams for damage. And see, it's pretty imbalanced right now. We have a lot of coverage on these two lanes, but then we don't have coverage over here. This lane is also wide open, but that is okay since we have a little building here for protection. So let us figure out what we want to do here. All right, we do have some combos. We have the range unit to attack and have this lane open. Next turn, we can then summon our melee unit over here. It will give reborn to a chaos unit, so in this case, it'll be that one here. And we also have a building that deals damage, block, health, plus attack, and then minus health. So just doing a double check just to make sure. We'll start with our range unit over here to get rid of this here. This unit has a skill that gives vampirism to our units before it attacks, so that is actually good that we put it on the top. Whenever the vampirism triggers, it deals extra damage, and then whenever it dies, gives, plus attack to units with vampirism, so that's cool. Alright, okay, so like I said before, we're going to follow up with our melee unit. It also has flight, so it'll block the melee unit over here. And then it also gives this unit reborn, so that is good. Okay, so now we have to deal with these extra copies that deal damage at whenever they attack. Next turn, all of their units will have evasion. So that is going to make it very difficult for us to get rid of these particular units. Interesting. Right, so we have that over there. We have that over there. Okay, I see a little bit of combos going on right now, so we will do our summons first. Okay, and these are in okay spots. So the reason why this is actually good, because we have our unit here that will set the health of the ranged units to 5, so we'll actually get rid of this unit. Well, I could get that over there. Damage, bleeding. You know how much the bleeding here is, so 66, so these units will actually die next turn. Have to get rid of this one now, so extra copy will land here. Destroy that. This unit does have splash, so we'll actually get rid of this here. So we'll just have to worry about these next 2 copies. And we'll place this over... we'll place this over here, so it has a little bit of protection. Okay, so the cool thing about this unit is it also gives Pierce whenever one of our units attacks, so that is why we're able to get rid of this unit over here. The next goal now is to... Oh, okay. The timers usually mean on the turn 2, it would give evasion to these units the turn before, but in this case it does not. Alright, so we need to now deal with this unit. Has some damage over here. Okay, so this will die due to the pentagram. We're going to be summoning this unit. It will deal damage to all of our units. So actually mark this for damage, and then the pentagram will destroy this. Then we just have to destroy this unit over here. And we're going to be placing this. We're going to place this over here. The reason why is because one of our units dies, it will deal damage to their units as well. So it will be good for us to keep it alive to get some extra damage going. As you see, one of our units did die. It will deal the extra damage over here. It allows us to destroy this, and then this unit was destroyed by the pentagrams. Now I have a pretty good setup. We want to make sure that we, as mentioned before, we want to have as many melee units as possible so that we can avoid taking the extra damage. So I need to get rid of this here with the bleeding. Okay, so bleeding over there, bleeding over here. We're going to do a shuffle and see if we can get some extra damage over here. Okay, so not quite enough yet. We do have this unit that does freeze one of their units whenever it attacks. So we'll actually stop that for now. And we'll place it over here so that once again we do have some options. Okay, next turn, our units will take damage based upon the ranged unit over here. Not liking that. Okay, so now they have this unit that gives reborn whenever it attacks. This unit has reborn. This unit will be destroyed by combat. This unit will be reborn. We're going to be summoning our transform unit over here. So that way we don't have to worry about the whole reborn stuff. Okay, we did take some extra damage because this range unit's still alive. We do need to get rid of our reborn unit, this one here. So it was kind of a toss-up of what we wanted to do. I think it was better off that we ended up getting rid of the extra bleeder because we took the extra damage. So now we will, in terms of stats, this is going to be good in terms of health. It also has these extra summons over here. And since we're already past the timer here where it deals the damage based on the range, we are okay now to summon ranged units, even though they will be a liability later on. So we'll summon this over here, destroy that, get some extra summons. This unit also does poison whenever it attacks. Mark those for damage. I think this unit got reborn. Oh, this got reborn from the unit over here. Oof. Okay, so the extra damage over here, also the damage runes whenever it does kill something. So we'll attack that. Poison will then destroy, poison plus the pentagram damage will destroy this. So now it's just a matter of us destroying this unit. And then this unit also has reborn as well, so we'll have to get rid of that. All right, let's see if it makes sense here. Okay, this one is actually good. We'll use the Prince Nod. It deals damage whenever it attacks to melee units. It had its skill change in the update, so that is good. We'll continue on with that. Get some health back. Yeah. No, we'll hold off on summoning this unit. Even if this gets reborn, it'll turn into a 28, so that's not too concerning. We'll summon our ranged unit over here to deal some extra damage to this unit. Get some extra damage. Okay, and we just need to block for this particular line here. Okay, so now this unit has evasion, and so does this one too, but it will be destroyed next turn by the pentagram, assuming that it is still alive. Right, so now pentagram for that, pentagram for this, and now we just need to get rid of this here. We're going to damage on the 56. All right. Yeah, we'll need to get rid of this here. We'll get some health back off of our kill, and yeah, all right, just making sure. All right, so plus health, extra summons. The extra summons did land on the damage runes, but that's okay. We can get rid of them there. We have a little bit of non-coverage here in the lanes, so we'll need to get some extra summons over here. All right, so now, once again, for the bleeding, let's see which units have bleeding here. So this one will be destroyed. This one will be destroyed eventually once this unit attacks. Right, we'll give an attack boost to our male units. All of them are male. As you can see, you click on there, and then you see the male symbol over here. So we'll get some damage. All right, so we have to factor in both the damage from this skill here. So plus 17, but then this bleeding will be destroyed. So 17, and then the plus 68. So they're going to be gaining 51. And then 51 minus the 64. So they'll be taking 13. We need to deal 100-ish damage on this unit right now in order to have it destroyed. Here. Here. Not quite enough yet. Oh, well, 100 and then minus the poison damage. I'm sorry. So 100-ish. So we need to deal about 80 damage. Let me just factor this in one more time. A lot of stuff going on. All right, so 17, 29, and then 64, so that is 93? 93 minus 68, so that's 25. So minus 25, so we need to deal 94 damage here. We'll have to shuffle up, see if we can find a 94. In this case, we do have something. We have our silence unit. That's actually pretty good. But we also have this unit over here that will give us some health back. We'll do that instead. So we'll summon this over here with the relatively high health. Okay, that is destroyed. As you see, the health boost came in. Then we have the double attack over here to then destroy this and then get some health back. And we have our summoner now destroyed, so we have to use these units in order to block for damage. Lovely. All right. So they summon this unit. Whenever it attacks, it gives the Eclipse Shards. These Eclipse Shards give Mental Shield to the unit over here. And then this unit also has double attack. It will actually has counter attack. So whenever, even if this unit attacks, it will be destroyed. But then the extra attack will be coming over here. So we'll actually deal some damage over there. We're going to summon our ranged unit that will silence whenever it attacks, and then remove the negative effect. So we'll actually remove the bleeding on some of our units. Gain some health, because when it comes into play, it summons this tent. This tent gives us some health based upon the number of units. All right, and so now this unit is completely silenced, so we don't have to worry about these extra shards blocking for damage. And then also the Divine Shield is gone as well. Okay. Forgot about that extra. Yeah, this skill rarely comes up. But I guess it does count for the shards too. All right. So we have the damage here. This unit will get evasion, and then we'll also deal damage based upon the number of range. So we don't want to summon ranged. We'll summon a melee unit to attack this. And in terms of stats, it'll be this one here. Make sure that we have some extra stuff. All right. We'll summon this over here so that we can get some extra range units behind it. Took 106. Oh, because of the, yeah. So the extra summon over here destroyed this. Destroy our units over here. Alright, that is fine. Oh, that's cool. Alright, we'll summon this unit. It swaps the attack and the health of units in the line, so we'll actually be able to swap this. The health will then turn to 123, the combat damage, and then the pentagram will destroy this. And then we'll also get some health back as well for the 2 melee kills. Actually, we all for the 1. I forgot. The pentagram damage does not count. That's fine. We're in okay shape right now. We need to summon some ranged units in order to get some damage going. We also need to block for damage over here. Let's see. So we have that. We have that. Okay, we're going to be summoning this unit to deal as much damage as we can. There is a chance we could do block over there, freeze those. There is a chance that this unit gets double attack once we end up destroying another one of these units over here. So we're just going to go for some damage. Could potentially do that. These over here, double attack. All right, well, we'll do our sudden death damage first. So we're going to have to worry about that. And then, yeah, we have one more shuffle. Let's see if we can find a better response. All right, so we have that. We have that over there. Guess we could have gotten some extra damage. All right, that's fine. We will. Yeah, we can gain some health. All right, let's do that. We'll get rid of the double attacker over here, gain some health. All right, now this unit has double attack instead of this one. This will be destroyed in combat. Now we just have these 2 lanes of damage over here. Okay, we did survive for another round, so that's good. We'll do our sudden death, and then we will get some more damage going on over here. So combat, and then the... Yeah, alright, we'll summon our ranger over here just to deal as much damage. Yeah, they take a little bit of extra damage because of this unit. It deals damage to their warlord. That's fine. And now we are all set for this. We're all set for this boss pretty much. See, dealt about the majority of their health. So that's good. We can wait for the next attempt, which will happen in 8 hours. So we'll get rid of that. And then we can then focus on this boss over here. So this boss has a couple of skills. When at the end of the turn, it gives attack boost to their chaos units. And the 3rd turn, it will kill one of our units. And then on the 5th turn, it kills all of our units. So it looks like we'll need some immune units and have to also deal with their chaos boost over there. Probably going to stick with pirate because we need the pentagrams to catch up on their side of the board once we have our units destroyed. So we'll check back in a couple of... Yeah, we'll check back in about 24 hours again for the extra test. All right, let us... we do have gold mine over here, but we can clear that later on. Right, we'll go to the league, so we'll switch back our warlord. To Geisha over here, make sure we also have our pet. And then we'll go to the league, and then we'll finish it up from there. All right, so we have all 8 of our slots available, as we did claim that legendary chest from before to finish that previous quest. So let's go. We're gonna opt to skip ogre battles right now, just because they take a little bit of time. We know for sure that it's going to be at least turn 5 or turn 6, and we can always find other opponents that make it slightly easier for us. We're also going to skip this one over here. I know that this one is going to be a little bit. So right now we're currently in League 1. The range in order to find other opponents, so it's in order to get to the next level, you need to get to top 50, or if you want to actually drop out, you have to go below rank 300. So in this case, there's a pretty wide range in terms of opponents that we're going to face, as you'll see in a couple of battles. I know for sure that there is one person here that has, what, 400 health? Which is kind of surprising. It might either be a glitch, or once they got here with a better warlord, that they ended up switching their warlord again. So now we're in 200th place. And also you can see the matchmaking is kind of weird. We now face somebody with 1490 health. As we saw before, we had a couple people who were around 1,000. Very, very bizarre. Very bizarre. At 205, we're seeing 1,000. Trying to get to those warlords that have only 400 health or so. Right, this one's a little lower, but again, we're going to skip the ogre battles. Seeing how far down the rabbit hole we can go in terms of surrendering. 970. $750, and this is also a non-ogre battle, so we'll do this one here. So we have this warlord here that summons the block runes. It has a blocker boys summon, which are range units with splash, and then third skill is to set our units health to 1, except the melee units. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, we'll start with our melee summon over here. Taking a look at their units, it deals death trigger. Deals damage to a random unit. This is why we do this particular summon, because it usually ends up being a target for the death trigger. We have our buildings over here that does damage, plus health, damage whenever ally is destroyed, we'll summon our unit over here with some protection, getting some damage in as much as possible so that we don't have to deal with those block wounds for later. Okay, so they summon their block runes. Wow. Random damage from this building destroyed our unit. How surprising. Alright. Does it still block? No, it doesn't have block. Alright. We'll summon our unit here with the double attack. It will actually deal damage behind the line, so it will destroy this and this, and then it will get an attack boost because it destroyed a attacking unit. So as you'll see here. And then it will have enough to destroy both of these units over here. Okay, so they summon this unit that sets the health of a frozen unit to 1, and whenever an order unit is summoned, it will actually freeze a unit. And then the building over here destroyed our units, so that is unfortunate. We're going to continue on with our ranged unit here. It will deal poison damage to 2 units at the end. It will get rid of this building, deal some damage over here, and then also damage to their warlord. So that is fine. They summon their Rocker Boys. Those Rocker Boys do combo with this unit. So because they are order, as you can see here, they will trigger off the freeze. So I guess that's why they use this particular unit. Alright. We'll summon our building to block for damage. And then also deal combat damage to these units so that they are destroyed. Next turn we can do a destruction to get rid of these units here. This building here that deals damage whenever a unit is destroyed, plus attack. Alright, so we'll use our destruction skill, and then we'll summon our immune unit over here. Normally this unit gives miss to another unit that comes out in play. Since we didn't have any units already that were out in play that could attack, none of them get miss. So that is why we summoned that. Like that. Damage over there. Alright, we'll summon our ranged unit here. We'll also deal damage based upon the health of another unit. We'll place it over here so that in case it doesn't end up choosing this. But it did, so that's good. And so that is why we got the win over on that turn. Moving on. Alright, as you can see here, there are eventually some warlords that do have the low health. So even though it's ogre, 475 is something we can take care of. So we'll do our summons, and we'll start with our immune unit over here so that we can have some protection in terms of the health. It'll also freeze their ranged units for a turn when it gets attacked. So it'll slow them down in terms of fighting back for the board. Okay, we'll summon our ranged unit over here behind the immune unit, so we'll have some protection. It'll also help us set up for a board wipe for next turn because of this unit's skill to deal damage based upon the number of units that we have on the field. And you see here, we'll do the board wipe. So about 180, and we're good here with the extra summon. Okay, we'll claim the wind chest, and then we'll move on. We have 6 more. For those who are tuning in right now, we're just doing some League. We finished up we set up one of the pit bosses where we pretty much have them destroyed. So we'll have to wait for extra attempts to go in. We also did a lot of the world event. We had a pretty good run with the bonus sparks from the legendary chest. So we're actually able to not only get the 40,000 sparks done, starting from just 14,000, but we were also able to have bonus chests for the bottom quest at the end of chapter 3. So we're just gaining some sparks, and then in the meantime, If we do run out of time, which is another 3 days or so, we'll then open the bonus chest and then see if we can get the grandma copies that we need to finish the bottom quest. So we have that over there. All their units are pretty much destroyed. We're going to be summoning over here for the extra damage. Okay, we got the poison. So all right, they're at 29 right now. Any one of our units that we summon will destroy them. So we are all set here, unless they have some way to gain health. So no. Come over here, and we're all set. Okay, relatively low health, so then we'll continue on with this over here. Okay, we actually don't mind taking the damage from this particular unit. It does get a little bit of attack boost when it first comes into play, and then at the end of the turn, we'll summon our summon over here, and then we'll also summon this over here, so that we can mark their units for poison, potentially getting rid of this unit, but we don't. So we'll have to hold off until next turn. We got our buildings destroyed here, and we're just going to go for some maximum damage, and that is okay. They have their pet over here that gives a little bit of attack boost whenever a unit comes into play, so that will be bad for us. That is fine. We have this over here. All right, cool. All right, so we'll summon our ranged unit. It will set their health to 5, and then at the end of the turn, because of the poison, these units will then be destroyed. And we'll place this over here so that we have coverage on the bottom lanes. Okay, if not poison, I guess this unit with the damage at the end of the turn. So either way, these units are going to be destroyed, so we don't have to worry about them in terms of the damage. Alright, we'll summon our ranged unit over here. And then not enough damage based upon the health of the random unit, but that's okay. We can take a lot of damage now, and we have lethal in at least 2 of the lanes, so we should be all set. All right. Okay, we have another ogre with relatively low health, so that's good. We'll do our summon for some extra damage. The vampirism on this unit will allow us to get rid of this here. We will continue on with our ranged unit over here. The reason why is because it has these health pentagrams that come up at the end of the turn. And even though they do have silence for their warlord, we are going to at least get a couple turns for the pentagrams, where later on we can start summoning our units on them. All right, so we got that over there, damage over there. All right, we'll summon our building on top of one of these health pentagrams. Okay, and as you can see, they took a lot of damage based upon the health of the building over here. All right, we'll use our destruction skill to open up the lanes, and then we'll summon our poison unit behind here. I guess we could have summoned our double attacker for a little bit more damage, but that is fine. And in fact, if we were going to go for extra damage, we shouldn't have used our destruction skill, but that is okay. We have damage in 2 of these lanes over here, and we have our double attacker as well. Should be enough. 139. Yeah, all right, so we'll do our double summon, or double attack, and then there we go. Epic chest is reward, so that's pretty good. Wind chest. 3 more. We faced this opponent before, but like I said, we're going to hold off on some of the higher health units, or higher health warlords, because we can just go find some easier battles. So we'll do that. And there you go, see, much easier. All right, so we'll do our summon. We have that over there. We're going to continue with summoning our ranged unit for the extra damage. Next turn, we'll be summoning our poison unit to deal extra damage to their warlord, or at least get rid of the building. And then if we have to, we'll summon our melee unit over here to block for some damage. Alright. Not a problem. Summon our poison unit, as mentioned before. Place it on the health rune so it gets a little bit of stat boost. I guess I probably should have put it over here so that way we can spread out the damage. That is fine. Alright, so we'll have damage over there, we'll have damage over there. Summon our immune unit over on the death rune over here, because this unit gets a death rune at the end of the turn. And it's also, since it's immune, it won't be silenced, so that is good. Still have lethal unless they block both lanes. And there we go. Alright, cool. Two more. I'll hold off on that one. Normally, it is good to actually win these battles because on the win streak, you will get a bonus in gold, and then also a little bonus in fame. But again, we're not really too concerned about that right now. We just want to get the chests going so that we can get more sparks for the event. We could have done our summon here, but that's okay. We'll get it done next turn. So they have a grandma. As you can see here, the grandma, whenever it kills something, it will summon a Death of Rats. This Death of Rats, it has flight, and then also deals damage whenever it is destroyed. We'll do our summon over here, and then we will summon our ranged unit down here. It'll set the health to 5, and then it'll actually allow us to destroy these at the end of the turn by this unit's skill here to deal damage at the enemies. That's good. These units are wounded, so we'll mark them for destruction, and we should be all set, assuming nothing else here. Alright, so once again, this is one of the times where we don't want to use our destruction skill. The reason why is because we'll have our poison damage, and we'll place this over here. Some damage over here. The poison damage. I forgot about this this unit's skill to deal with damage to their units. So it didn't actually destroy this first because of how the skill order works. It goes from this top cell here to this, so right to left, and then down here. But that is okay. We have our extra skill, our extra summon now, and we are all set. Okay, one more. Yeah, we'll still skip this one. I faced this person before. I know that this battle could be kind of awkward to manage. Right. 450, love it. All right, cool. Extra summon, get that through. We'll place this over here to actually spread out the damage. And some extra damage over there. Next turn, we'll do our double attacker, probably over here, and so that we can get the extra damage to their warlord. Okay, hasn't really changed anything. We'll do our double attacker. And yeah, we're already good for the combat right there. Okay, so now we are done with the league and new game chest. All right, so right now we have pretty much everything done. Just going to claim this reward here. So we're holding off on the league until we get some more chests open. We're also holding off on pit until we get more attempts. We have about a day or so. So like I said, factoring this in, 8, and then the 1 day. So actually, oh, it's only 3 attempts. Why did I think it was 5? So weird. All right, so we only have 3 attempts, so we'll hold off on those. The next attempt will destroy this, and then we'll have our attempts over here for the Killing Smile. And yeah, we're all in the event right now. We're just waiting to get some more grandma copies. We have 3 days or so to get those. And then we also, as we mentioned, we do have bonus chests over here that we're saving for this quest to open bonus chests 3 times. If worse comes to worse, we'll just open them here, and then we'll balance out the amount of cards that we need. So not a big problem there. All right. Yep, so that is it. We're not going to be doing any journey right now because we do have a lot as you'll see here. We'll have a lot of units that we do need to level up. So not quite ready for journey, but we'll have it done probably, I guess, for the next high growth. We can still hold off. All right, so thanks guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, or concern, leave a message on Twitch, Discord, or YouTube. The streaming schedule and content schedule is up there in the white box. And yeah, follow on Twitch for the live stream, like and subscribe on YouTube for the past videos. The live streams are there as well, in case you did miss them. And then we also have other videos like Pit, Dark Tower, any of that other fun content for Mighty Party. So yeah, this is Happy Splasher. Hope you guys have a good July 4th weekend. And yeah, thanks a lot. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.